back in Malta now after Christmas in York. It's actually New Year's Eve today. My girlfriend is working and I don't really feel like getting drunk, so the plan today is to play some poker in the casino this evening and hopefully get in time to watch the fireworks. So this is going to be my first poker only vlog. It's actually really cool to see the poker vlogs exploding on YouTube. I went on today and there's just hundreds already, which is really cool. The sea is actually really rough today, so I came down here to film and I've found this big row of graffiti, so we're going to walk along that and then yeah, onto casino. It's poker time. There's 3 casinos in Malta, so I'm going to give the first one a go. If there's no cash games running, move to the next one. Since I started my vlog on the 12th of December, these have been the poker sessions that I've had. So at the moment, the vlog run good is true. I want to do something slightly different to what other vloggers are doing. Basically, I want you guys to participate as much as possible, so please comment with what you think is going to happen. I'm going to have one interactive hand and you need to select what you would do in that situation. So now it's time to polish up the credit card and start 2017 as a winner.
Once again.
Welcome to High Stakes Poker. I'm AJ Benza along with Gabe Kaplan, and Gabe will see several new players at the table tonight.
Hardly high stakes poker. Blinds 1 and 2. I'm buying for 200. Let's shuffle up and deal. I get ace king of diamonds in the small blind. There've been 2 limpers to me and I make it 10. I think there is an argument to raise more here, being out of position with the limpers, but I decided to raise to 10. The big blind, who is a loose, aggressive player, decides to call, and the under the gun limper also calls, and we see a flop. The flop comes 3 of spades, 7 of spades, 2 of clubs. Not the greatest flop in the world, but I decide I can still c-bet. So I c-bet 17 euros into the pot. Big blind calls fairly quickly. He's a loose player, like I said, and under the gun folds. The turn is the jack of diamonds. So basically I've got to make a decision here. Do I keep barreling and hope that he folds, or do I check and give up on the pot? I decide that I can keep barreling. So I bet 40 euros and he snap folds. Okay, so the next 2 hands I'm going to talk about, I want you to participate in. The next hand we're going to talk about is this one. So we get Jack 5 of hearts on the button. We're 6-handed now, and 3 of the players has already limped. We decide to limp on the button, which is probably a mistake. And we get quickly punished by the big blind, who is the loose aggressive player from the previous hand, and he races to 7. 2 of the limpers call, and we decide to complete the action and call and see a flop with Jack 5 on the button. The flop comes 7 of hearts, 9 of hearts, 10 of spades. So we flop a gut shot, an overcard, and a flush draw, which is a fairly good flop for us. The big blind bets 10, and one of the limpers calls. So we have a decision here: do we raise on the button, or do we just call and see a turn? I elect to take the passive line and just call and see a turn card, which is probably a mistake in hindsight, but we just call and see a turn. Okay, the turn comes the ace of spades, which bricks all our draws. But now the big blind checks. So in my head I'm thinking, okay, we can probably bet this and take it down against these 2 guys. Unfortunately, this doesn't go to plan, as the limper now bombs it and bets 50. So this is where you can take part. I want you to leave a comment basically saying if we should fold, call, or raise. And if we raise, how much do we raise to? The way to do it is type H1, colon, and then what you would actually do in this hand. There's another hand coming up as well, so might as well just leave it for both. So we look down at 2 black aces in the cutoff. Beautiful sight, American Airlines. We raise to 8, and both the blinds call. Both the blinds are fairly loose players. So the flop comes Queen, 4, Deuce, Rainbow. Good flop for us. Small blind checks, and big blind now donk bets out 17 euros. I decide to keep our range wide and to keep all his bluffs in, that calling is the best option here in position. Could be wrong, but I decided to call. Small blind folds. Turn comes the 9 of clubs, which brings a backdoor flush draw, and the big blind bets out 25. Again, could raise or could call. I decide just to call, and we see a river. The river comes an offsuit 10. Big blind now checks to us. And my question to you guys is, should we bet this river, value bet? And if so, how much are we value betting here to get paid? To answer this question, please leave your comment, H2, colon, and then your answer.
Get your fingers ready, time for the interactive hand.
Okay, we're 8-handed now. We get Jack 10 of spades in the cutoff and decide to raise to 8. The big blind calls us. The flop comes King of spades, Deuce of spades, Jack of clubs. Great flop for us. We flop a pair and a flush draw. Big blind checks, and we bet 12 euros into a pot of 17. Big blind calls really quickly. The turn comes the 3 of diamonds, so a total brick to us. Big blind checks again. Basically got to make a decision here. Do we keep betting or do we check and see a free river? I decide we can keep betting here, mainly for value. So we bet 25, and the big blind calls again. The river comes the 9 of spades. Completes our flush, gives us a pretty strong hand. Big blind checks again. We bet 45 euros for value. The big blind leans back in his chair, does a massive sigh like this, oh no, and then quickly raises us, makes it 150, so 105 more for us to call. So basically my question to you guys is, do we call here or do we fold?
We have the third nuts.
But I don't think he's bluffing in this spot. And his big lean back in the chair and big sigh and then raise could be a sign that he has a strong hand. You're going to get two options here, call or fold, and you need to click on which option you would do. That'll open up a new video and you'll see what the outcome was. Good luck.
You are facing a raise with the third nut flush. Do you call or fold? Click the button of what you would do.
If for whatever reason you don't want to pick an option, or you can't for some reason on your mobile, I don't know why, thanks for watching, Happy New Year, all the best. And please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, it's really much appreciated. Thanks.